Wrestling.
Oh yeah! Welcome to the brand new Grind City Wrestling. I am Dustin Starr. Be sure to follow us at Grind City Media. Take that subscribe button to Slap City wherever you're listening or wherever you are watching. You better like, subscribe, and share because here we are. You can check out the archives, grindcitymedia.com. Last week, we asked you a question. Bad Bunny or Logan Paul, which one do you've got? So you can go back and check that out in the archives. This week is our very first video podcast, and everybody's looking good. Well, E-Rock's got a little bit of a scowl on his face. Today, we are going to go one-on-one with one of the biggest guests in our history. Literally one of the biggest guests, the 387-pound master of fat jitsu, K-Toomer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's bell time. Introducing first. He's my co-host, my tag team partner, and he's a bad man wearing shades indoors. It's E-Rock, Eric McMahon. What's up, E?
What's up, big dog? Now you guys can all see how good looking I really am.
You're going to take those sunglasses off.
I'm not. Yeah, and you ain't going to be able to make me either.
Follow Eric on Twitter at E_MacLife. And then, of course, the third man in the trio. He is rocking the WCW Monday Nitro. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Walker.
You're on
And
mute.
you are on mute.
If you take that ugly ass tie off, I'll take
What?
Hold on. But, I got a whole monologue. About that here in a little bit. So save it, Devin.
No. What are you?
Yes, tie, bro. Are you like 7 years old? It's like your mom made you put on that tie for Mother's Day.
Dude, when you go to like a Shutterfly or something like that, and you make socks of your dog.
Yeah.
He's making ties of his company. Hey, listen.
I have socks with my dog on it too.
Me too, actually.
This was actually a gift from Big Swole Justin Cole, and of course I wear my suit and tie every single week right here on Grind City Wrestling.
Wait,
You don't match though.
What?
The real question is, are your pants also blue?
Real question
is
he like wearing shorts since it's only from the waist up? Is he wearing shorts? Stand up.
Place your bets at Grind City Media, and be sure to follow Devin on Twitter at Devin_Walker2. What about this? This is pretty cool, right, guys?
Yeah, look, we're on video now, bro. So you get to see all the dope vintage wrestling stuff I put on every week. As you see, this week I got the old Stone Cold football jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Number 316.
316 Stone Cold vibes, you feel me? So yeah, you get to see how good we look on camera, minus Dustin's weird ties that he wears every week. So yeah, we're here. We're here, guys. We're on video. We're about to rock.
All right,
we're gonna take this podcast to the next freaking level.
HNL, whole nother level. We're gonna talk about the best wrestling that we watched all week. Also, I'm going to go one-on-one with the master of fat jitsu, K-Toomer. I know you guys have both seen K-Toomer live. There's big news this week. I'll get to that here in just a minute. But E-Rock, you're up first. Best wrestling that you watched all week.
All right, so it's a couple things, right? And what made me think of this second thing, I'll lead with the second thing and then go to my original one. These A&E documentaries. You guys know I'm a huge fans of these. But they had one, now it's like, it was called Vintage Treasures. Have you guys seen any of these?
Yes.
Where they go and find, long lost artifacts. And they were at Stone Cold's compound, which I thought was in Texas, but I guess it's really in Nevada now. But he's living in Nevada. And what surprised me was like how far the Attitude Era could really go. I mean, aside from the nudity, aside from like beating up old Mae Young and her giving birth to a hand and all that dumb stuff, which Attitude Era was just awesome. But Stone Cold gave them a vest, and the vest, believe it or not, now back then it wasn't a big deal, but it would never fly today. It said alcohol fuel.
Whoa, yeah.
Do you remember that vest?
There was one that had 100 proof on it too.
Yeah, 100 proof. It was the same one. It said 100 proof on the front, and then it said alcohol fueled on the back. Is there any way they would pull that off today?
No.
Speaking of those vests, I might wear my vest next week. Just for you. I have one of those vests. I don't have that one, but I have a Stone Cold vest.
I was gonna say Devin is such the man. He's got an alcohol fueled 100 proof vest of his own.
I had that one. I wish I had that.
It was dope.
Very, very cool. Up next, Devin Walker, baby. I know you watched wrestling this week.
I did.
What was the best wrestling that you watched?
I watched a lot of wrestling this week. I'll start with not even wrestling I watched live because Raw was all right. AEW was all right. I saw one of my homeboys on Impact on AEW last night. Shout out my boy Russell Jones, my guy who I get a lot of vintage stuff from. He was at
Nice.
Raw. He was at Impact. He was at AEW last night in Austin, Texas. So shout out to him. But the best wrestling I saw and watched this week, and this might start a conversation for all the wrestlers out there. I'm not a wrestler. Dustin, you've wrestled before. E-Rock, you've refereed, managed, and been in the ring before. And E-Rock, I think I told you about the story. Randy Orton told a story on a podcast recently about keeping receipts. And he told the story about the time that Undertaker kept a receipt with him. I think he said he was at the beginning of his career. He was kind of started a feud with Taker, and Taker the match called for him to hit Taker with a chair twice. He hits Taker with the chair the first time. He gets him good. He's like, Taker went down to one knee. He was like, Taker's tall as hell when he's standing up. He was still tall when he's on one knee. And he said, Taker said, hit me again. And Orton said, so I wind up and hit him, and I didn't wind up enough, and it cut Taker. It didn't hit him with the right part of the chair. It hit him with the top of it. So it cut Taker from like the nose down, and Taker's like bleeding, and Orton's like, oh shit, I'm just getting this business. I just busted up one of the big guys, and Taker told him, he said, he whispered to me, I'll get you back. He said, I won't forget that. And then so Orton goes to the curtain. He's freaking out. I'm so sorry, Taker. I'm so sorry. Like apologizing to everybody. And Taker's like, don't worry. I'll get you back.
Yep.
I'll get you back. Fast forward to, I think, a pay-per-view or something like that. They have a rematch, and Taker beat the living shit out of Orton. He said he was in the corner, and if there's video of it, he winds him and cracks Orton. He hits him. He was like, there you go. I got you. He said he whispered to me, and I was like, oh, no. He said that's the time when he learned about, for the first time in his career, he learned about keeping receipts. I think that's the best thing I heard from any wrestling this week. I want to get your thoughts on it, because you wrestled a lot, 5-star. Did you keep receipts?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? Sometimes you keep a receipt for years. I remember being roughed up as a rookie and being chopped and smacked around. I came back with handprints all over me and everything. And the boys in the locker room were like, hey, man, you can't let him do that to you. And I thought, well, what do you mean? And they were explaining, and I thought back in my head, like, man, yeah, he beat the shit out of me. And so literally, I was, 18-year-old Dustin Starr, 140 pounds soaking wet. So I literally kept that receipt until I was Mr. Tennessee, grown up, 200-plus pound Dustin Starr, the ones that you guys know, and I gave him back. And he forgot. He didn't know. He didn't know there was an issue. So when we got to the back, he's like, dang, brother, what'd I do to you? I was like, oh, sorry, pal. And that was kind of it. Like, you just...
Are you allowed to say?
Well, I mean, you would just start a whole nother issue.
Statute of limitation.
That's what I'm trying to do here, D-Star.
Well, I mean, if he came back and he said, hey, brother, what's the problem? I was like, hey, man, the problem was 10 years ago. That's your receipt. And he goes, oh, yeah. Then I'd have to beat him up again.
No, but are you allowed
in real life
right here and now who that was?
Tojo Yamamoto Jr.
Oh.
And the way the story all goes is he was there when we were training with Don Bass. So he was kind of one of our, not our trainer, not our mentor, but it's very similar to if somebody else graduates from the Wrestle Center, then automatically you are linked to that person. You are kind of part of that team, that posse of who you were trained by the same guy. That's kind of important. And so he was supposed to take care of me in the ring, and he didn't. And I didn't realize it. And I hung on to it for 10 years, never knew it, never started an issue, always shook hands. Hello, how you doing? And all that stuff. But when it came time for that receipt, yeah.
Keep the receipts, man. That's funny. Because as somebody who's just, when I first heard the term, I was like, I wonder if this is just a term that goes around the business. And I love to hear like the different stories. I'm pretty sure this will spark a conversation with your guys too when you share this with them about keeping them receipts, man.
Dustin knows, I don't want to get into it here, but Dustin knows I kept a receipt for at least 10, 12 years and got it back in a different way on a wrestling night. Remember that?
Yes, I actually do.
The intro, this is the intro to me ever meeting Dustin 5-Star, is I was at a wrestling event and I got roughed up and I walk through the curtains, and Dustin says, he did to me what that old timer did to Dustin. Said, you can't stand for that. Now, I never got a chance to make payback, but then one night I kicked him out of wrestling night.
Do you want to say who it is?
Well, then we'd have to have the whole backstory about why I was there to begin with, which I don't think we can really get into.
It's a good one, though, Devin. It's a good one.
I'll tell you off air. Yeah,
Hey, okay, but yeah,
I kept the receipt and I got it back 10 years. I said, well, I got no use for you. So, hey, security, will you escort him out?
yeah, that's the best wrestling I've heard all week. Is keeping receipts. I want to know about I know I'm pretty sure you're gonna share this with your guys, but the best receipt that somebody kept in across the wrestling.
That's good for Memphis Wrestling.
Oh, yeah, I can tell you the best receipt.
Okay, tell me what's the best receipt.
Justin's favorite wrestler. He passed away last year. ECW hardcore legend, New Jack, threw a dude off the scaffold. He
did
I don't
almost
think
kill a
there's
guy.
any better receipt in the history of the business.
I love how he built that up, that it was my guy, New Jack.
Yeah, my God, New Jack. Rest in peace, New Jack, man. That is probably the most ridiculous, not ridiculous, probably the wildest receipt kept of all time. He almost killed him.
Man, the best wrestling that I watched, or heard rather, all week was Gabe Sapolsky, who is a WWE talent scout. Gabe Sapolsky at Book It Gabe on Twitter. He listed his top 10 unique independent wrestlers that he's met this year. And guess who is number 1 on that list?
Does his name rhyme with K-Toomer?
It is the master of Fat Jitsu, the big man, K-Toomer. Number 1 on the list, Memphis Wrestling being represented very, very well. If you guys want to check that out, go to Twitter. It's at Book It Gabe. I'm going to play some highlights here in just a minute. E, you got anything to add, brother?
Well, I mean, other than the fact that your hair looks absolutely ridiculous, your jacket is way too damn bright, that red handkerchief is purely placed in there way too perfectly. And can we get off this stupid tie? It's so ridiculous. I don't know what to do. I mean, listen.
Does the tie bother you guys that much, Devin?
No, you bother me that
It's
much.
goofy as hell.
Like, listen, yeah, take that damn tie off, okay? Take it off.
How do we kick him off of here, Devin? Is that cool?
Hey, look, man. Yeah, no.
I will take it off because it's a little hot in here, but not because you guys told me to.
Yeah, I just told you. The next time, shave. If anybody ever see like, you're a little dark back there because of your background, but we can't see the height on your hair today. But
Oh no, it's there, brother. Let me slouch down just a little bit. All right, so let's kick Eric out of here, and I'm gonna go. How do we do this? Hold on a second. I'm new to this. Did I get him?
Oh, you got him. He got
Did I get it? I did. Did I do that for real?
Yeah, you did. He's gone.
All right, coming up right now, 5 minutes with 5-star, one-on-one with K-Toomer. Check it out.
Okay, it's 3. 1, 2, 1. Let's go. You want your jaw broke? You want your neck snap? Every time I step up on the scene, you know what's going down. It's time to fight. It's time to fight. It's time to fight. It's time to fight. I hope you're ready. It's time to fight. Let's go.
What's up, big man?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Another day.
Big week for you.
Yeah, man. Still taking it all in, to be honest with you. If I'm shooting.
My first question for you is, are you ready for 5 minutes with 5-star?
Yeah. I've been waiting on this to happen for a while now.
Not like that, big man. Ring the bell. All right, here we go. So we've been talking a little bit about the WWE talent scout, Gabe Sapolsky. He had a top 10 on his Twitter Spaces this week. You can listen in full at Book It Gabe. We'll play a couple of highlights here throughout the program, but how awesome was it to hear your name not only mentioned, but number 1?
Man, in all honesty, it's kind of crazy to have somebody that's on that caliber that does what he does, but not only knowing that he deals with so many different people, whether it's producers, agents, to in-ring talent that are constantly flooding his inbox trying to talk to him, just to be a name that's remembered, knowing that he deals with all of that, that puts me on the cloud. Not just for myself, man, because it's not just me. I'm a representation of the product that we're putting out. So it's for me, the boys in the back, the locker room, the whole production of everything that we're doing in Memphis. So I look at it that way. It's not just about me. I look at it like, hey, whatever he says good about me, he's pretty much saying it about all of us.
Well, take us through that. So Gabe came in for a seminar and we had matches there. I hate to say practice matches because that's not practice, brother. That is auditioning in front of the biggest company in the entire world. What was going through your mind? Just take us through there real quick.
Pretty much who I was gonna work. Trying to get that figured out and trying to blend in what I was doing with trying to blend in what I know was gonna make me look good, but finding a way to make them look good too. Because like I said, it's not just about me. But at the same time, somebody got to get whooped. So, hey, I made sure to hit my go home, my home runs, and did what I needed to do. Not only just in the ring, but interacting with the people that was around the ring. Because I had to figure out a way to turn the other talent that were there, pretty much trying out, having their trial matches as well. I had to turn them into our audience. And I had to figure out a way quick to make that happen. And I think once I did that, Gabe looked at me a little differently.
Let's take a look back at a quick highlight of what we're talking about and what not only I had to say about you, but what Gabe Sapolsky, WWE Talent Scout, had to say about you. Check this out.
K-Toomer, number 1 on the list. I saw him in Memphis. Talk about being over with that Memphis crowd. A big individual who is extremely agile and can move, super unique, and somebody that I feel should get out everywhere right now. Dustin, give us some words on K-Toomer, please.
When the music hits, the people buzz. They know somebody's about to get whooped. And when he comes out, he's in no hurry. All he has to do is gaze over to the crowd, and they know he's about to whoop somebody. Also, K-Toomer has really gotten over as being the guy that defends the Memphis turf. So we've had Cruel come in, Mads Kruger, we've had Rhino, we've had Big Con, some of the big, former WWE, current Impact or whatever, and basically go square off against K-Toomer, and he defends the home base, and the people believe it. Not everybody you put in the ring with Big Con or Cruel or something like that looks like they fit, but the people 1,000,000% believe that K-Toomer was about to handle his business. And so K-Toomer has become a top guy. I was loving that you were able to witness the crowd reaction, because if you're there live, it's just something that's really special.
I do want to say for Memphis Wrestling, I was just blown away by the TV taping that they did and the operation they have there as far as the production goes and working TV and the crowd that was there and the studio that they've built. I was blown away, and I think that was a fantastic place to go and try to work if you need reps, especially TV reps by people who know what they're doing. And you just saw what the booking did with K-Toomer from going from, and this is a credit to the booking and credit to the talent, because talent needs the right stage, but the right stage also needs talent. So it was a perfect combination of someone going from buying a ticket to becoming the face of Memphis Wrestling, basically, as you mentioned, because he's that guards the territory. That's such a cool rise up in the business as well. And I love that.
How does that make you feel?
Man, like I said, man, I've been on the cloud for about 3 days. Trying to, like I said, just taking it all in, man. It's like I said, not just what we're doing, but somebody of that type of caliber to give me that type of shout out, man, that is monumental.
Devin Walker says you're the people's champion.
That's what I'm hearing right now. We know the truth. We know what's up.
When you come through the crowd, just like I said on the highlight, when you come through the audience, like, we know what's going through our mind, because somebody's about to get whooped. I mean, the theme song is Whoop That Trick, and we know you're about to whoop somebody. What's going through your mind when you're hearing these people buzz and when they're chanting for you, when you're gazing out at the audience?
In all honesty, just keeping in mind of what I need to do. When we're in that ring, we're there for a job. I got a goal that I'm trying to accomplish, and due to recent events, I feel like I got a point to prove. So the audience, they're right there with me. We're proving their point. So they building with me. Like I said, it's not just me. It's the whole environment and atmosphere that we're all building together. And the audience is just a bigger part of what we're doing in the ring as well.
Memphis Wrestling goes extreme. Not this week. This week is Tommy Dreamer. The next week, you go one-on-one with Maurice the Strong in a tables match. Can anybody pick you up and put you through a table?
Man, they got to be pretty strong. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead.
Well,
and
let's
get a man
look at it. Can somebody pick you up on the Memphis Wrestling roster?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give the man his props. The man is strong. He's strong, but the physical ain't nothing when there's no real purpose or driven behind. Maurice is just the body, but you notice who's doing all the talking. So at the end of the day, somebody's getting hurt, man. Somebody gonna get I'm gonna put my paws on somebody. I'm gonna put my paws on both of them.
Oh, some big old paws, man.
Yeah, and like I said, man, the muscle is just the body, but I'm trying to take out the brain. It's more than just a physical fight at this point. Man, they messed me out of so many. They messed me out of the biggest opportunity I've had throughout my whole career. Twice.
Big chance coming up in 2 weeks. All right, so I gotta ask. I mean, I know everybody that's watching the video here is asking. I know you're the big man and you got the big paws and all that kind of stuff. Master of Fat Jitsu, but man, you got a big microphone? What is this thing? This is the biggest microphone I've ever seen in my entire life.
Man, it's my studio, man. So let me see if I can show it, man. We recording this, right?
Yeah, look at this thing. That's the biggest. That microphone's bigger than my head.
Man, my whole house is a studio, man. From video to audio, microphone, like.
Well, you can see I'm here live at the Wrestle Center. All right. Well, thank you for joining me with 5 minutes with 5-star. We might have gone a little bit long, but that's my fault because we had highlights. Big man, thanks so much, man.
Hey, no problem. Appreciate it. Anytime, man.
Can I get an oh yeah?
Only if I can get a show enough.
Show enough.
Oh yeah.
All right, Devin, be on lookout for the master of Fat Jitsu, K-Toomer. You can follow him at K-Toomer70. Dude, tell the people.
I love some K-Toomer, man. Like, he's one of those dudes when that music hits that you know it's time, bro. Like I told you the first time I heard his music, I said, wait, is that his song? You want your job broke? You want your wig split? Like, I know the words, like I know it word for word now because when I hear it, bro, I know it's time. If you bang it, we can bang if you want to bang.
We can bang if you want to bang.
I'm surprised you haven't made that a t-shirt yet. Like, that is a line. Like, I know
Show Enough.
Oh yeah, never mind. That may be a little scary, but Show Enough is a line that kind of resonated with the crowd. I've been in the crowd a couple times when he comes out and that Show Enough chant rings in the Wrestle Center. So when I texted you 5-star this weekend. Oh, and I was in the chat for your show this weekend.
I saw. Thank you.
When he didn't win the match, I said, Toomer didn't win the match, but he's the people's champ.
He is the people's champ.
K-Toomer is the people's champ. He seems like a great guy, so I'm looking forward to him getting even more shine and spotlight inside Memphis Wrestling in the months ahead, because he seems like a great dude.
Master of Fat Jitsu, K-Toomer. You can check him out coming up in 2 weeks on Memphis Wrestling in a tables match against Maurice the Strong. Real quick before we go, who will be the WWE champion? Seth freaking Rollins or the phenomenal AJ Styles?
I think Seth has to be that guy. I think Seth deserves to be back on top, at least for now. I think AJ, he'll get his shine again. I think AJ fell off a cliff for a little big, and there were some wrestling fans like, damn, what happened to AJ? And I think it's time for Seth to be back on top, have a strap, because we talk about dudes being over, bro, like over with the fans. Like, Seth is one of those guys, like he's reached that point in wrestling. I think 5-star, and this is a good point to reach. You can be a baby face or a bad guy, and people will still cheer you.
If you're good, absolutely, they love you. They love you.
Like, when they hear that music, like they sing it word for word, whether he's talking shit on the mic, whether he's like being a baby face. I think Seth is one of those guys that people love no matter what. So it's time to give my guy the strap.
Seth freaking Rollins. I'm there with you because AJ Styles is a SmackDown guy as well. Also, thoughts and prayers go out to the friends, family, and fans of the superstar Billy Graham, passed away this week at 79 years old.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. Hey, I want to ask you something real quick. I know we got to get out of here. Did you see the CM Punk stuff?
I saw some of it.
So the reason they AEW launched the show, right, for Saturday, and Punk was supposed to be on the announcement, but because Punk's guy didn't get hired back by AEW, Punk told them to take him off the announcement. So they put MJF on it instead. Yo, Punk is the most juvenile person maybe in wrestling history, bro. Like, go away.
Woo.
Go away, bro. Just because you didn't get your way of the guy that bit the Young Bucks, you don't want to. No, get out of here. I was done with CM Punk months ago. I'm sure as hell done with CM Punk now. Get him. I know that Memphis is supposed to be having a show that's led by Punk. Get him the hell out of here, bro.
Mic drop, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Here's what's coming up for Memphis Wrestling this Saturday. Memphis Wrestling goes extreme. Tommy Dreamer will be on Memphis Wrestling this Saturday at noon. You can watch it youtube.com/@Memphis Wrestling or on CW30 or your local station. Just check it out. Memphis Wrestling goes extreme. Then Sunday, May the 28th, is our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's. You can watch AEW Double or Nothing with us. It is absolutely free. Then Sunday, June the 4th, is our next TV taping at the Wrestle Center featuring Impact Wrestling Zone. And I think maybe still Dark Order member. I'm not sure. Alan Angels is coming to Memphis Wrestling. Number 5. Think there's any correlation there, Devin?
Of course there is. If I know you 5-star, I know there's correlation.
Get your tickets at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. You can save $5 per ticket with the code word ANGELS. I'm going to be at AutoZone Park Friday and Saturday for Redbirds baseball. It's the first fireworks show of the year this Saturday. Fireworks are awesome, right, Devin?
They're amazing. Well, I see 5-star. Go see him in his tight suit and his skinny jeans.
I'm not allowed to wear a suit at AutoZone Park, but definitely skinny jeans. Devin, what are you doing this weekend?
Barbecue Fest weekend, the best festival of the Memphis summer is this weekend. Barbecue Fest. I'll be there. If y'all got tents for me to hit, I'll slide. I'll bring the vibes. You feel me? Turn me up.
Man, I got to steal that. That was smooth. You just invited yourself to all the tents.
Damn right I did.
In a cool way that you were bringing something to it without really bringing anything to it.
Exactly.
Man,
no food, no drinks, just vibes.
Last thing I got for you is I'm doing a shoot interview for MemphisWrestlingPlus.com. Do you have any questions that you want answered?
I'll text you. I can't say I'm from this area.
That's why I was going to ask you. If you guys have any questions,
I got questions.
Hit me up. This is the very first video time for Grind City Wrestling. Oh, yeah. So what other fun places can we come from? Because you know I'm live from the Wrestle Center right now.
Yeah, and I'm live from WCW Nitro.
Thanks for joining us on Grind City Wrestling. For E-Rock, Eric McMahon, who I threw over the top rope earlier. For Devin Walker, baby. I am Dustin Starr. Saying so long, everybody. I got to do this stuff too. What if I do the M? Memphis Wrestling.
Oh, no.
Wait a second. Here we go.
No,
Did I do that right?
No, I'm leaving.
Memphis Wrestling.
I'm leaving.